Hello and welcome to the Yarnings podcast. This is a special supplement about how I spin. So, I use a spindle. Many people spin using spinning wheels. I don't have one yet. They cost a lot of money for the good ones, the ones that I've tried out and really liked. So someday I'm going to have a spinning wheel. But for now, I use a Turkish spindle. If you've been watching the show, this is what you see that I have been making my little, they call them turtles or cups on. The shaft comes out and then it pops out like that, and then it's ready to ply right from that. So to start spinning, I buy roving like this. So it generally comes dyed and braided up like that. And that is the fluff from which I spin. So let's set down the spindle here. So to actually spin, I need a little bit of this fiber. I don't need very much of it. And so I hold my hands nice and far apart and I kind of tease it apart. This one gets a little staticky because it's got nylon in it, I think. So the rest of that will go back into my container. And then I'm going to pre-draft it a little bit. So I pull it apart a little bit more so it's a skinnier little bit of fiber to work from. This helps keep it more even while I'm spinning it because I do spin awfully thin, and so I don't need a big thick bunch of it coming at my spindle. So that's pre-drafting. Sometimes I get it even a little skinnier than that, but you can see I took that one little bit. And then when I'm ready to spin, I either have a pile of it next to me or I wrap it on my arm like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add twist to the fiber. So it's going to make a really fine little ply, and then I will ply multiple ones together generally. So I started spinning and then I draft on the fiber. You can see it's still spinning down there, and when it gets too low I wind it up on my hand so I have it butterflied on my hand. And there's a little half hitch knot on my spindle. I take that off and then I wrap it over two, under one, and that's how I get the pretty design. I actually lay each strand next to each other. And then I half hitch it again and I'm ready to start spinning again. So I started spinning, I start drafting, and you can see that I've got the end of the last bit of fiber here that I'm adding into the new fiber. You can generally go a little bit more than that, but it's still adding twist. It's still spinning around down there. If it starts to run out of speed, I can add a little bit more twist with my thumb there. And sometimes it drops on the floor. And that's okay. It's pretty resilient. I spin often next to the TV over here. You're in my living room, and there's a carpet over there. And I'm generally not up on this high of a seat, but I wanted to get a good vantage point for you guys to be able to see. So I'm just winding this on a little more, and that is how I spin. Have a great day.